So then, that's awesome. I'm glad I changed it up a little bit because that sets me up for this next one. So once you got here and you realized that you were kind of surprisingly and fortunately, but unfortunately, pushed to go solo, was there any type of attributes that you had to come to terms with yourself? Like now that you're completely on your own, well, not completely on your own, but you don't have the band to fall back on. Like you might have had somebody in the band group that was like the one that was always on time. Like, all right, guys, come on, we all gotta go. We gotta be at this time. Or sometimes you have those people in the group who kind of just fall into those roles. But now it's just you. You got to take on all those roles. You got to be the guy on the phone. You got to be the one that's punctual. You got to be the one that's driving you there. You got to make sure all the equipment's there. So, is there any attributes once you got to that solo part that you're like, all right, I need to be truthful with myself, and this isn't my strongest spot. Maybe I should look for some help here, or maybe I should focus on it and build myself up in this part.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely, there's always a room for growth. But one thing that I appreciate that when I was in the choir, when I was in the production,
Mhm.
in the cast, when I was in the band, I used to be the one guy that didn't want to be the weakest link. You
Mm,
know, I didn't want them to complain about me being late. I didn't want them to complain about me not playing the right notes.
mhm,
I always liked to be the strongest, you know, and like I was like a leader wherever I was,
mhm,
you know. So me branching out alone as a solo, I feel like I built a very fortified, I was a rounded individual to pursue the solo career because wherever I was, be it when I was in a group, I always took accountability and leadership role, you know.
mhm,
But of course, there's always room, where I'm technically amazing,
mhm,
artistically, and all of that. But uh, promotion wise, I'm not the best
mhm,
promoter. I'm not the best uh, person to agent.
mhm,
I'm not the best manager to manage myself.
mhm,
So, but there's always room for growth. But I'm thankful for all the experience of being in theater, of being in the choir, of being in the group, in the quartet, in the band. Those things they built me into a very much well-rounded musician.